So I've been watching a lot of videos about dehydrating food for backpacking, and I got a year before I go on the Appalachian Trail. I thought, well, maybe I'll give it a try, see what happens. It can't hurt, right? So I'm going to try to make spaghetti. I have some onions and peppers there, my meat, which I'll have to drain really, really well. Make sure everything's in really small, little small pieces. I've got my Prego flavored meat sauce, my food dehydrator, which I haven't gotten up yet. I have a feeling I'm going to have to take it back. There wasn't very many options in the Gallup Walmart. This one doesn't have, you can't choose which temperature, but I couldn't wait. I just had to try it. So my parchment paper, and I'm just going to put some mushrooms in there, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so my spaghetti is ready. I had to cut the noodles up really, really small. I think I did most of them. I'm not sure. And this thing is ready to go. I've got my parchment paper on top, and so here in a few minutes I'm going to put it on the dehydrator and hopefully not make too much of a mess. And then I'm going to clean up this disgusting kitchen. It is like absolutely a mess, and I still got tons of equipment from backpacking in my car, so it'll probably take me 10 hours to clean, and it'll take about 10 hours for this to be ready, so we'll see. I got all the spaghetti on trays, and so I have this much pasta left, so that'll be enough for maybe a lunch or two. Now this goes on top. And it's 11 o'clock, so I'll check again in 6 hours. So it's been 6 hours, and it looks like it's coming along pretty well. You can tell that the green peppers still need some work, but the noodles are getting close. So one review that I watched suggested flipping at about halfway through, so I think I'm going to do that, and maybe it'll save the drying time. So I'm just going to pick it up, and you can see it's starting to crumble a little bit. Mushroom is still squishy. So it's 9:15 p.m. and I started at 11. I think we're about done. There's still a few pieces that feel a little soggy, but for the most part, I'm going to start. I think I'm going to take most of it out, and there's some pieces that feel like they need. I think it's mostly the green peppers, but it feels pretty. This one's a little, I think there's still some moisture in it, for example. That piece of meat there. So anyway, I'm going to start deciding. Voila! Here is the final product. So this pot full of spaghetti that I made at 11 o'clock, now it's 9 p.m., fits. This is a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. So, I mean, that's gotta be, I don't know, maybe, I haven't figured it out yet, but a lot of meals. I'm thinking 3 ounces for me. Most of the guys that I watched do this had 5 ounces, so I'm thinking for me 3 or 4 ounces per meal. Of course, Walmart and Gallup didn't have a scale that I could get, and I have one at home, but it's in tons of boxes. I'll never find it. It's in storage at my aunt's. So that's where I am right now. P.S. It's very light. Okay, so it's time to test out my first dehydrated meal. So I'm going to kind of measure out what I think would be 3 ounces. I'm not sure because I don't have a scale, and I forgot to get one today when I was in Albuquerque, so that's alright. Just gonna put some in here, It's just a test run, see how it goes. My water. About that much. Okay. Oh. Box. Here it is. Okay. See how it goes. Okay, it's been right around 11 minutes and it looks like it's ready to go. So let's see. See how my first dehydrated meal is hot. Seriously, it took 11 minutes. It's actually not too bad. It's actually kind of good. It does need some salt. It is a little bland. Maybe I should just get used to using less salt. Wow. That's actually not too bad. I surprised myself. I mean, it's not going to be, you're not going to find it in a gourmet Italian restaurant, but, you know, I'm going to be hopefully in the middle, backwoods somewhere with, you know, after a long day of hiking, and I just imagine it would be so comforting to actually eat something that I prepared myself with love versus a prepackaged meal. It's also going to be cheaper, and it's also going to be lighter, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, here, this is like a pot of spaghetti, and this is gonna, that's probably would be about 7 to maybe 7 meals, I'm thinking. I don't know, I still have to test it out. So alright, I'm very pleased and excited that this might actually work, because I have 10.5 months till the Appalachian Trail, and that gives me plenty of time. If I dehydrate a meal maybe once or twice a week, that shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to handle it. So I'm really excited. I did dehydrate some fruit last night as well, because I'm completely obsessed. And did bananas, some cuties, and apples. And although they don't taste great by themselves, I think I'm going to mix it with some granola and peanuts and maybe some raisins, coconut, of course M&M's, some kind of chocolate. I have to have some kind of chocolate. Yeah, but like this took probably about 8 hours. So in the dehydrator, didn't really take that much, and this is 1 whole apple, 1 banana, and 1 cutie. So if you can imagine, in like a little Ziploc bag. And I've also got chili cooking on my dehydrator now, and it's about done, I think. Put it in this morning. Unfortunately, for some reason when I made my chili, I forgot to put the noodles in it. I don't know why I did that. I just forgot. So can't go back now. That should be ready soon. And so yeah, my first dehydrator meal